Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week, we sit down with India's HS Prannoy as he tells us about his journey in becoming a top Indian player. And we look ahead to the world's oldest badminton competition, the Yonex All England Championships. All sportsmen and women strive to excel, but not many are able to achieve it. It is just the select few with the right qualities who make it to the top. This week, we meet India's HS Prannoy, who is one of the players to look out for at the elite level. A silver medalist at the 2010 Youth Olympics and a bronze in the BWF World Junior Championships were supposed to pave the way for the young star to make a splash in the senior circuit. But fate dealt a heavy blow.
Injuries are one of the toughest times. I feel the players get really disappointed, and 2011-2012 was really tough for me because I had a couple of injuries, not just one injury. I had twisted my knee and 3 months layoff because of that. Then after coming from knee injury, I again suffered a back injury, and that was kind of really a bad one, and I missed almost 6 to 7 months.
Our camera took us to Hyderabad to catch up with the Kerala-born shuttler. He spoke to us about how his injuries had taught him to be a better player and his hopes and dreams for the coming year. Prannoy was already a state champion in his age group back home when he embarked on the next phase of his badminton journey at the famed Gopichand Badminton Academy. After his World Junior and Youth Olympic performances of 2010, he was on his way to breaking into the senior international badminton scene.
I feel that really gave me great confidence because that was my last year in juniors. So I need to work really hard for the next 2 years or 3 years to come up into the senior level. And I knew it's going to be really tough, but that silver medal made it much more easier for me to come into the senior level.
The right-hander clinched silver at the Bahrain International Challenge before knee injury took him off the court for 3 months. Throughout 2011 and 2012, he was plagued by injuries, but was determined to keep himself in shape.
When I was having a back injury, I think the things were tough. I couldn't do anything because the doctor had prescribed me almost 2 to 3 months complete off. But after I could really start doing something, then I started to run every day, and I thought like everyday gym sessions was tough because you're mentally you are little bit on the lower side because you know you are not going to play for the next couple of months, but still you need to push on your strength aspect, and I was doing that really regularly, and that was tough, but I think that made me much more fitter at that point of time.
He finally returned injury-free in 2013 and nabbed a bronze medal at the Yonex Polish Open in March. By August that year, the then 21-year-old had broken into the top 50 in men's singles. 2014 was Prannoy's year, with numerous semi-final and final finishes, including his maiden senior title at the Yonex Sunrise Indonesian Masters.
I think that was really special because playing against Indonesians in Indonesia is kind of toughest as far as I am concerned because like in Indonesia, like badminton is considered as the cricket, like how cricket has been considered in our country. So it's really tough to play against their home players. So I think that year I played really well, and I would rate my Indonesia Masters as one of the best wins.
He ended his 2014 as the third highest ranked Indian men's singles players after K. Srikanth and Kashyap Parupalli. Prannoy's form continued in 2015 with a series of high-profile upsets, including the likes of Denmark's Janne Jorgensen in India and Singapore. A foot injury, though, put a halt on India's rising star. But having gone through the ordeal for a third time, Prannoy learned to turn his injury into a time of learning.
I think during injury times, you are much more aware of your weak points, basically, and you start to work much more on your weaker side, and it automatically becomes strong. So that's a good part of the injuries.
He made a return in August last year, ranked 12th in the world, the highest in his career at the BWF World Championships, and made the last 16. On his good days, Prannoy seems capable of anything. He even took down the legendary Lindan in the first round of the Yonex French Open last year.
When you are playing against a higher ranked opponent, there's very less pressure on you because you know he's higher ranked and you don't have anything to lose. And in that mindset, you just play very freely.
2015 has been a roller coaster in terms of achievements, but the 23-year-old is looking forward to this year with optimism. He recently guided India to a semi-final spot in the Badminton Asia Team Championships, helping his team qualify for the prestigious 2016 Thomas Cup Finals. And with the Rio Olympics just around the corner, the race to qualify for the biggest sporting stage is getting more intense. Prannoy's current world ranking of 26 means he has some catching up to do. The Indian shuttler is not giving up the fight for a place in Brazil, but there are more pressing matters on his mind right now.
I think first thing is to be injury free. That is the biggest, biggest tough task. And because if you're injury free, I think 50% of the work is done. I think I would really like to be in the top 10 of the world in the next 4 to 5 months. So that is the immediate target for me, to play 3-4 really good tournaments. And it's just not to play good tournaments. I think the win really matters. I think to go on and win a Super Series title or a GP Gold title would be the immediate aim. And I think, I have got the capabilities, and let's see how it goes in the next couple of months.
HS Prannoy. Positive, strong-willed and injury-free. 2016 may well be the year he finally begins to fulfill his potential.
Horror movie. Chili crab. Because I don't know why, but it's a Singapore thing to eat chili crab. I would say I like both sports. I play both, and I really like the adrenaline I get from both sports. No preference of team, but when I was younger, I used to support Manchester United. Definitely roller coaster, because I feel being seated in a chair is safer than just cliff hanging. I mean, off a cliff, right? You're just like free falling off a cliff. I like both, but I would prefer green apple, especially if it's green apple juice. That's my favorite.
Time to test your badminton knowledge. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the player who has won the most BWF World Superseries titles in a year. We give you the answer after the break. When we return, we give you all the stats and facts as we preview the Yonex All England Championships. Before the break, we asked you to name the player who has won the most BWF World Superseries titles in a year. The answer is Gao Ling. The BWF World Superseries tournaments were first introduced in 2007, and it was in its debut season that the double specialist from China won a whopping 9 titles. With partners Huang Sui and Zhao Tingting, Gao won 3 titles in women's doubles, and she clinched another 6 with Zheng Guo in mixed doubles. Can anyone better Gao Ling's impressive record of 9 World Super Series crowns? With the 2016 MetLife BWF World Superseries circuit kicking off next week at the All England Championships in Birmingham, players are geared to start their campaign at one of the most sought-after events on the BWF calendar. It's rich in history. It's high in prestige. It's badminton's oldest competition. the Yonex All England Championships. The world's best shuttlers will once again descend upon host city Birmingham to compete for the coveted title.
The Yonex All England Open this year, I'm sure every player have a desire to win it simply because it has this big history. It's way before we had the World Championships as maybe the biggest individual tournament. The All England was kind of one of those tournaments that had a special charisma, had a history, the tournament to win. I think today there's obviously many tournaments to win, but All England clearly still have a special place for many players. Tournament where everybody comes and participates, and where they all want to go home with that trophy.
The 116th edition of the Yonex All England Championships takes place at the Barclaycard Arena next week, and the tournament will kick off the first MetLife BWF World Superseries of 2016. Badminton Unlimited takes a look at the hot favourites for the 5 crowns on offer in Birmingham. Having faced off in the last 3 finals, China's Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei and Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir of Indonesia are firm favourites in the mixed doubles event. Last year, the Chinese pair stopped the 3-time All England champions from bagging a 4th consecutive title, so the Indonesians will be looking to take back ownership of the crown. With their confidence running high after topping the podium at the season-ending tournament in Dubai, home favourites Chris and Gabby Adcock will be keen to keep their winning momentum going as the couple look to become the first English champions since Nathan Robertson and Gail Ems in 2005. Men's doubles world champions Mohammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan started the year nicely with a convincing win at the Thailand Masters last month. And the 2014 All England winners will be eager to reclaim the men's doubles title after a disappointing early exit last year. But the pair to watch out for are Korea's Lee Yong-dae and Yu Young-seong. After finishing 2015 with an impressive haul of 6 World Super Series victories, the world number ones are in good stead to carry their winning streak into 2016 and add the All England title that has eluded the pair so far. The women's singles discipline will be a fiercely contested affair in Birmingham. The All England was where Carolina Marin kicked off her sensational 2015 campaign. She clinched her first World Super Series title in England before going on to grab another 4 titles and retaining her World Championship crown. Well rested after a 2-month break, the Spaniard is hoping to start 2016 in similar fashion.
I want to keep my focus in the tournaments, in the All England, Malaysia, and to win some more Super Series. And then after May, I will keep my focus on the Olympics.
World number 2, Saina Nehwal, is another favourite for the women's crown. After losing to Marin in the final last year, she'll be hoping to go one step further this time round. Dubai World Super Series champion Nozomi Okuhara is a strong contender as well. If the Japanese can retain the form she showed in Dubai last year, she will be hard to beat. Not to be discounted are the Chinese players. Li Xuerui, Wang Yihan and Wang Shixian might not be as dominant as earlier, but they are all capable of going all the way. The Chinese have won the All England women's doubles title the last 7 editions, so they are favourites for this one. Leading the charge for China are world number ones, Luo Ying and Luo Yu. They will be looking to step on top of the podium in Birmingham for the first time. The twins will need to fend off stiff competition from their compatriots Zhao Yunlei and Tian Qing and Yu Yang and Tan Yunting. Also in the hunt for their first All England title are second seeds Gracia Poli and Nitya Krishinda Maheswari, with the likes of Japan's Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi and Christina Pedersen and Camilla Ritter-Yul of Denmark in the mix. The Chinese might not have it all their way. The men's singles, as always, will attract the fans' attention, and defending champion Chen Long will have his work cut out in England. The Danes have 2 strong contenders in Janne Jorgensen and Victor Axelsen. After losing in the final last year, Jorgensen will be hoping to go all the way this year, while young Axelsen will be a real threat if he can put in the same display that saw him beat Chen Long in Dubai. Japanese ace Kento Momota also has a shot at the title. The Dubai World Super Series finals winner enjoyed a breakthrough season last year, and he'll be keen to build on that in 2016. Another favourite for the men's crown is three-time All England winner Lee Chong-wei. The Malaysian capped off 2015 with 3 Super Series victories in France, China and Hong Kong, and will be keen to start 2016 by winning at his favourite event, the All England.
To
me, the All England is a very prestigious tournament similar to the World Championships. It's the badminton tournament with the longest history. When you step onto the courts at the All England, you feel that the entire atmosphere is very different from other competitions. It's like you are taking part in a very grand event, and that excites me.
Be prepared for an explosive start to the first BWF World Superseries event of the 2016 season. With all the biggest badminton stars from around the globe at the All England Championships, we can be guaranteed of high-intensity, fast-paced and top-class badminton action. After the break, we speak to Indonesia's Hana Ramadini about what it might take to regain her country's former glory in women's singles.
So 2003年是我们马来西亚那个 Hafiz 赢了 All England 嘛。
2003 was the year Hafiz won the All England Championships. That was my first year participating, and I was eliminated in the second round. It's always been my dream to win the All England. But 2002 was the first time I was selected to play for the All England, and I didn't go because my coach, Miss Bun Sidek, dropped me at the last minute.
那故事我还会想起，那是我哭到半死没有得去，就是因为
I cried when my coach stopped me from making my All England debut. It happened on the day we were due to fly off to England during our morning track training. I had consulted the team doctor for a pain in my leg the day before, and he advised me to run on soft surfaces like grass and to avoid hard surfaces. I conveyed the message to Coach Miss Boon, and he said, "In that case, you are not travelling tonight. For now, stay on the side and watch the rest of the team train."
他讲哦，你这样哦，你晚上你就不用飞，你就不用跑，你坐着。
I thought he was joking with me, so I continued to run with the team anyway. He stopped me from running and told me I will not be getting on the plane. I started crying and pleaded with him because I wanted to participate in the All England. That night when the team left for England, I was devastated.
然后晚上他们走的时候，我就没有得去，然后觉得那时的时候真的是很伤心。
After that incident, every time I felt any pain, I dared not tell the coach. I will bite the bullet and endure the pain. I will inform the team doctor, but not my coach. I'll always remember that incident. I was supposed to make my debut at the All England, but I didn't go. However, I owe my success to Miss Bun Sidek. His methods may sometimes be tough, but without him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
谢谢他带到我有今年这么好的成绩。
Last year's edition of the Total BWF World Championships was a memorable one for hosts Indonesia. Home fans celebrated 4 podium finishes, including a bronze in the women's singles. It's been 20 long years since the nation had such success in the format on one of badminton's biggest stages. So when Linda Weni Fanetri assured her country a medal, it provided a powerful dose of inspiration to her juniors like Hana Ramadini. Ramadini's own silver medal finish at the SEA Games earlier that year was a sign of hope for Indonesian women's singles.
Saya pas waktu Kalida semi-final itu.
When Linda made it to the semi-finals, I was in the stands with the rest of my teammates. We had tears in our eyes. We were so happy to see her achieve that result. I'm hoping this is the start of a revival in women's singles and we'll all be successful. This is an inspiration for us. If Linda can do it, so can we.
Kalau Kalinda aja bisa, kita juga pasti bisa.
We visited Hana at Indonesia's national team headquarters, where she was hard at work on the training courts. The West Javan native is no stranger to such tireless routines, having been nurtured in a similar environment at her first club when she was 10.
Jadi saya latihan jam 5 pagi, habis saya sholat.
My training started at 5 in the morning after I've done my morning prayers. I'll be off to school at 7, where I'll be until 3 in the afternoon. I'll be back at training at 4 and only finish at 10 at night. It was like that every day until Saturday. My dad was my biggest supporter. Though he's not much of a player, he was the one who woke up early every day to train and do drills with me. He only wants the best for me.
Berusaha buat yang ngasih yang terbaik buat saya. Dia pengen ngeliat saya sukses.
The right-hander soon took the step up to one of the province's biggest clubs, Mutiara. Her time there couldn't have gone any better.
Mutiara luar biasa buat saya.
Mutiara is an extraordinary club where everyone is like family to me. It doesn't matter that Mr. Umar was the manager or that they were coaches. They were all very close to me. It's because of this that I've always tried to take good care of the club's reputation. I take a lot of pride coming from there. If I do well, people will know that I'm a product of Mutiara.
Dari mana? Dari Mutiara gitu.
2013 was when she finally realized her dream of being part of the national team. And if that wasn't enough, Hannah also triumphed at the Vietnam International Challenge. It was her debut on the international circuit. But her success wasn't without its challenges. She could have taken a different road if not for a timely pep talk by her coach.
Sempat pengen main double karena saya gagal seleknas tahun 2000.
I was actually playing doubles as well because in 2012 I failed to make the national cut for singles. Back then, I thought of just concentrating on doubles since I wasn't doing well in the singles. But my club coach gave me belief that if my destiny was in singles, I'll pull through. My first international tournament turned out to be my first win as well. I wasn't expecting the title, but thank God I got that result.
Bisa nunjukin satu prestasi.
The world number 50 kept up her steady progress. She was again top of the podium in Switzerland in 2014 before her silver medal exploits at the multisport event held in Singapore last year. While it was a personal regret not to have walked away with the gold, the experience galvanized Hannah's drive for more success.
Sebelum saya masuk ke lapangan waktu itu, saya rasa
before I played in that final, I had to remind myself that I've actually gone this far. I psyched myself up for it, but I realized my loss was down to the difference in class, and perhaps it wasn't my time yet. I was very sad because I wasn't able to sing Indonesia Raya, my national anthem. It motivated me to make sure the anthem would be played when I get my next chance on the podium.
Mengharumkan Indonesia, pengen nyanyi Indonesia Raya di podium.
Hannah's certain that her hunger for success isn't exclusive to her alone. She hopes this desire is shared by the rest of her teammates as they continue the fight to regain Indonesia's former glories.
Kita harus kompak, kita harus satu.
We all need to work together and show solidarity in our goals so that Indonesian women's singles will taste success again. If we're able to do that, I'm sure the support shown will motivate each one of us. With all our prayers, I'm confident there's a winning pathway for us.
Ada jalannya pasti.
With the women's singles scene more competitive than ever, Hannah Ramadini knows there's a lot of work ahead of her. But armed with her own grit and positive attitude, Indonesia's revival may not be too far away. Before we go, let's see how the international circuit looks as we check out the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Get connected with us. Log on to these websites for videos and photos and get the latest news and information on all things badminton. Missed an episode of Badminton Unlimited? We have all episodes available at your convenience on our YouTube channel, badmintonworld.tv. There are also tournament highlights and past matches to savor. All the best badminton clips are just a click away. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we have the report on another successful BWF Badminton Schools program as Shuttle Time makes its way to Switzerland. See you next week.